time is definitely not the charm for these film series.
That could be reworked, but I'll never be top of the line again. I'd rather be nothing.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst third installments in movie franchises.
When do we get together and bust some skulls?
Whoa, hold it there, Casey. You're not gonna do any head breaking this time.
For this list, we're taking a look at movie franchises that may have started out strong, but by the third movie, they faltered big time.
No.
As opposed to, say, the Twilight Saga franchise, which, while commercially successful, wasn't really a cinematic goldmine from beginning to end. Our worst third movies failed to bring up the rear.
Forget the movies, forget the books, there's no happy ending with this guy.
These third installments pale in comparison to the original iterations, received critical and/or commercial backlash, and seemed like a pretty sad way to suck the life out of a movie series audiences once enjoyed.
Blade, you need to know that there's a chance the virus could destroy you too.
Number 10. Blade Trinity.
I don't know, Dan. Seems like another dead end.
Fans of the Marvel comic might have initially been thrilled to see their favorite vampire hunter come to life on the big screen, but by the film series' third release, they were pretty much over it.
What makes you think I care?
Filmmakers chucked the lone vampire hunter formula, and instead paired Blade with Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel in Trinity.
I'm sorry, I ate a lot of sugar today.
Where he used to be able to defeat bad guys in the blink of an eye, now our protagonist seems dependent on his new crew for support.
What's he been doing?
Meanwhile, the action film's camp factor seemed like it was magnified times 1,000.
Me, I'm more of a David Hasselhoff fan, you know?
As the writers replaced whatever coolness existed in the first two with ham-fisted attempts at levity.
And what about garlic? Does that work on Hindu vampires?
Or do you need like saffron or some shit?
That was quick.
Thank you.
Number 9. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
No, lady, that ain't nice.
The writing was most likely on the wall with this threequel.
What's going on?
As a disappointing continuation of the popular Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. It was the third installment no one was really waiting for.
Yes, I'd say that was a fair assumption.
Set in 17th century feudal Japan, the fighting turtles have followed April to the past after she activates a time-traveling device. Apparently, the folks over at Jim Henson's Creature Shop knew this was going to be a clunker and bailed on the project, resulting in unsynced puppet lips and shoddy animatronics.
Step back, dudes! I just brought us some heavy artillery.
And no familiar TMNT villains in sight.
I think she's telling the truth.
Number 8. The Godfather Part III.
You keep your mouth shut and your eyes open.
The first two films set the standard, and admittedly, they were a hard act to follow considering how much of an influence they've played in the industry decades after their release.
I'd use up too much of your time, I think.
So maybe it's the constant comparisons to the first two films that doomed this third installment that came 16 years after the second film.
Amen.
The story follows Michael Corleone as he struggles to cement the crime syndicate of which he is now head. While the visuals may have been on point, the acting, especially that of Sofia Coppola, could have used some work.
Why are you doing this? Why am I doing this?
And while it was nominated for multiple Oscars, Part 3 had little to offer audiences that wasn't already covered in the first two films.
Stop it.
Number 7. Alien 3.
Right, well, I guess I'm next in line. 85's gonna be in charge. Jesus, give us a break.
While this third installment may have given us the iconic visual of an alien all up in Ripley's personal space, it just didn't hold up its end of the franchise bargain.
I don't know how to read this stuff.
After surviving the events of Aliens, the amazing 1986 sequel to the original, Ripley is yet again the only survivor of a crash that lands her escape pod on a penal colony planet. Of course, an alien has graciously accompanied her on her journey and wreaks havoc upon arrival.
It's here!
And get that foolish woman back to the infirmary! What is that? Move it!
While the other two movies had atmosphere and pacing on their side, this film lacks both.
Do you have any faith, sister?
Instead, the only character anyone really cares about is Ripley, and she always seems to make it out of these things just fine.
I've been out here a long time.
Alien 3 was plagued by underdeveloped characters and a monster mash storyline that just wasn't all that compelling. Number 6. Spider-Man 3. The third Spider-Man of Sam Raimi's trilogy seemed as though it knew the party was coming to an end and wanted to pack as much action in as possible before the cop showed up.
This thing got any more? Hang on! The what?
Peter Parker and Mary Jane are blissfully in love, and Harry Osborn conveniently forgets that his best friend killed his dad.
Hey, buddy.
All this changes when an alien black ooze infects our superhero and makes him evil and brooding and emo.
How's Mary Jane?
I don't know.
He's also got two villains to deal with, Sandman and Venom, who's played by Topher Grace. And then Harry regains his memory and hatred for the web-slinger, while Spidey must deal with his rocky romance. With all of this happening in one movie, Spider-Man 3 ended up seeming like a party punch with a few too many ingredients.
Now dig on this.
Number 5. X-Men: The Last Stand.
Nothing can stop us!
You didn't necessarily have to be a fan of the comics to know that something big was going to go down in the third film of the X-Men film series.
Save me.
I love you.
When a cure for mutation appears to have been discovered in The Last Stand, it's an all-out battle for mutant survival.
That's why the pawns go first.
While the film offered plenty of action, it seems the filmmakers decided to jam-pack as much fan service into the movie as possible as well, introducing a slew of characters without establishing any sort of connection to them.
Grow those back.
More than anything though, the superhero flick lost the momentum of the previous two films, and banked too highly on the fact that it was meant to be a finale, while choosing style over substance.
I warned you.
Number 4. Superman 3.
I'm really excited about this idea.
The original Superman franchise that began in the 70s was a little on the goofy side. And while this lighthearted component was present in the previous films, this third installment cranked it up to 11.
Are we in Metropolis yet?
Nope, I'm just gonna make a little stop right over there.
We see Richard Pryor, whose comedic brilliance is woefully underutilized, as a computer programmer working for an evil billionaire.
What's wrong with it?
And who develops a substance that serves as a form of kryptonite. That kryptonite gives us a nega Superman who isn't really evil as much as he's sort of a nuisance.
If only you'd got here a minute sooner.
He blows the flame out of the Olympic torch and straightens the Leaning Tower of Pisa and other petty antics, like a jilted ex with superpowers who's angry at cultural icons.
Hey, come on.
What we don't get is the sense of excitement that made the first and even the second film great.
Superman, you're just in a slump! You'll be great again! Do it, Superman! Superman, you can't hear me, can't you? Superman, you're just in a slump!
Number 3. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
This is what you've arrived at?
While the film may have been a commercial success, this was due in large part to the generous wake left by the film's two predecessors.
Still the same. It's just less in it.
Here, Captain Jack Sparrow finds himself trapped in Davy Jones' locker, with Will and Elizabeth looking for a way to spring him.
Then perhaps his usefulness has run its course.
At almost 3 hours long, At World's End doesn't skimp on the action, but it's also pretty confusing, even if you're paying attention.
What?
I know, curious, isn't it?
While everyone is supposedly working to stop Davy Jones and the British, who have plans to control the seas, Almost no one's motives are explicitly clear, so you're not really sure who you're rooting for.
That's just maddeningly unhelpful. Why are these things never clear?
And who wants to be confused for 3 hours?
You've no idea.
Number 2, Robocop 3.
You are making a mistake.
In this mind-numbingly bad threequel, the evil Omni from the previous 2 films is at it again. They just won't leave Detroit alone, and have enlisted the aid of a shady Japanese corporation in their plans to construct a corporate-owned city. These plans include the forceful removal, if not extermination, of the city's current population. It also means ninja androids. In addition to some really cheesy dialogue and boring action sequences, we see the formerly terrifying Ed 209 from the first film transformed into an embarrassing shell of its former self.
I am now authorized to be loyal as a puppy.
That probably should have been a hint for the franchise.
What the hell will I tell my shareholders, Johnson?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable, or in this case dishonorable, mentions.
You know what your problem is? You need to relax, have some fun. You have too much rice in your diet, you're constipated.
I never should have brought you.
Hey, I'm just checking to make sure there's no killer in here waiting off you like he did your little sister.
What did you say? I can't believe you said that. That makes me angry.
Well, I hate to admit it, but the truth is I think we're getting soft. Maybe just a little, sir. Just a little.
Do the crane, Daddy boy!
You're doing this to yourself, man.
Yes! Yeah! Oh, yeah!
And then what happened?
Oh, what's it to you?
It left you the unfairest of them all. And now here you are, hustling pool to get your next meal. How does that feel?
Number 1, The Matrix Revolutions.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
Audiences had their minds blown when The Matrix debuted back in 1999. The film combined incredibly well-executed fight sequences with an impressive plot, compelling storytelling, and pioneering special effects. By the time the third installment rolled around, though, the material had been stretched thin.
You like what I've done with the place?
And any philosophical elements that had been introduced were left muddled and unexplored.
Down here. I'm God.
Following the events of The Matrix Reloaded, the Sentinels are making their way towards Zion, and Neo and the crew must race to stop them before they destroy the last remaining human outpost. While there are some cool visuals, there's nothing revolutionary about this sci-fi action flick, which made it a tepid conclusion to a trilogy that started off red hot.
The war is over!
Do you agree with our list? What do you think is the worst third movie of a film series? For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Come on! Hey! Come on, yeah! Ballsy! Yeah! Come on, gotta get back! Time to go!